Patriot Nation, another great one because I'm giving you, yes, the six biggest concerns that you should have as a first-time home buyer, particularly as you go on your first home tour. Spoiler alert, it's not, what color are the walls and what's the countertop made of and is there carpeting or not upstairs or downstairs. Those aren't the issues. I'm going to give you six, once again, big areas of concern that all mean the difference between buying maybe a money pit that you're going to be throwing money at, or some problems that are going to be down the road, or they're going to be unsustainable things that are going to make your home buying experience and home living experience just not optimal in the least. So we're going to go over all of those today. I hope that's going to be of interest to you. Like and subscribe as always. Share with your family and friends, and let's kick off this rodeo right now. Hi folks, I'm Kevin Fagan. I'm the Mortgage Patriot on your side, nestled here in the hill country above San Antonio, Texas, serving all you proud Texans and all you great folks all around the country. I'm going to talk about today the six, I need two hands for this, I need the six concerns, area concerns of when you first walk in the door or walk around the property you should be concerned about. And you're walking in and out of several homes and you want to make sure you know what's going on, this is the video for you. So hit the like and subscribe before we get into all that. It helps with the YouTube algorithms, of course. Here's some of my videos I've done in the past where I give you all kinds of great education on all kinds of either loan matters or negotiation strategies and so forth. So it helps bring up on all these videos when you like and subscribe. So let's get into that content right now. Okay, so as I get into these concerns, I want you to understand one point especially, and that these concerns are not deal breakers, meaning if you come across any of these six concerns, and you will, because a lot of times you're not buying a brand new home, a new build, and you're going to have just things that are wrong with the home. So these concerns are not to talk you out of a deal. In fact, I did a video here called, the biggest mistake first-time homebuyers can make, and it all has to do with the inspection report. You're going to get an inspection report coming out of the gate, and it's going to alert you to a lot of the things we're going to talk about today. But they're not to be viewed as a deal killer. In fact, a lot of times they can be used as a negotiation and an asset in your corner to use against the seller. So keep that in mind as we go along. Let's take the biggest one in terms of expenses potentially down the road if it's not functioning as intended. That's the roof. If you don't have a good roof, my friends, obviously that's going to be a big out-of-pocket expense for you down the road. So what do? We're not roofing experts, right? We can't walk up to a property and glance at it and go, oh, that roof is 8 years old approximately and it's in good shape. We don't have that ability. So you lean on a couple of things. Not only are we going to lean on the inspection report, of course, but we're also going to look at the seller's disclosure. The seller's disclosure we're going to lean heavily on, and that's going to tell us, hopefully, if the owner is being honest, and they really need to be because there's liability in their corner if they don't, how old the roof is approximately, and if there's been any repairs done to it, and if it's in good working order right now. So the selling disclosure is a big thing that your agent should be able to get from the listing agent ahead of time, or at least verbal discussion about how that roof looks. Now, also, you can do your own interior. As you're walking through the interior of the home, you want to be looking at the ceiling. And if there's any stains on the ceiling, or if there's any new paint in corners that looks slightly, like it doesn't belong there compared to the old paint, that'll tell you that maybe there's been some roof leaks and it's gone through the interior ceiling. So that's the second way that you can kind of get a feel for how the roof is behaving. So all that's important because the roof is a major expense. Another big concern, of course, is the foundation. That's another big high ticket item if it goes wrong. So that one of the first things I do when I'm leading folks through, some home tours is we walk around the perimeter first, actually, and we look to see pretty carefully. We're looking not the roof as well as the roof. We're looking at the foundation and see if there's any major cracks. Now, there's going to be cracks usually on some level. In fact, Bexar County, around where San Antonio is, believe it or not, in Texas, leads the nation, I think, in home and foundation repairs because we have such expanding and contracting soil, conditions because of the high heat and then the low cooler months in the winter. So that puts a lot of stress on a foundation. So if we see a major crack, we walk into the home right away to see if it's manifest inside. Is there a crack in the wall? Are there stress marks around door framings which maybe crack up to the home to the roof? So all this, anything on the outside is going to manifest on the inside, and you're going to feel just by walking, if you can feel a slope and the actual foundation if you're walking and you feel like it's dropping a couple inches or so. Now, what can you do about that? Just like on the roof, you just try to do your best in terms of asking the agent if the seller, and look on the seller's disclosure as well, of course, seller is aware of any foundation repairs that's gone on in their ownership, or if they're sitting on maybe a warranty from the previous owner to them that can be transferred forward. Those are all going to work in your favor if you can find out as much information as possible. But the foundation is used, so be careful. Third big concern is, because another big ticket item is HVAC. Your heating and your AC. So what are we talking about here? Well, just like on the roof and in the foundation, we're going to lean a little bit on the seller's disclosure to see what the seller is saying the condition of these units are. And again, we're going to do that inspection, and that's going to give you a real good idea of the functioning efficiencies of the heating and the AC. In most homes, let's say you're looking at a 20-year-old old home, and they very well may have original equipment there. So that's running to the far end of the useful life of the AC system. So, and a lot of times, sometimes, let's say in year 10, maybe the compressor, the unit outside, you have two units, you have the inside unit and the outside unit, right? Compressor outside, maybe that got exchanged maybe 10 years ago. But the interior, the handler or the furnace aspect of it is 20 years old. So what I like to do is I take pictures. I take a snapshot, because on each unit, typically there's a stamp on there, and it's got the date as to when that model was introduced into the home. And so, you'll know from that, because they can't cheat you on that sticker anyway, just how old the system is, and the inspection report again is going to tell you how well it's functioning. So don't overlook the heater and HVAC. That's a major expense if you don't be careful. Concern number 4 is wiring, your entire wiring system. That's a big tag item as well. All these are big tag items. And so you want to make sure, of course, that everything is not just working. That's simple to find out. You flip a switch and light comes on or it doesn't. But what you really want to know is, how is it configured? Because I guarantee you, one of the biggest things of the inspection report is they almost always cite improper wiring configurations that could lead to outages or undue sparks, which could cause fires. That's the main concern of wiring is the fire concern. So again, what I like to do, not only looking at the seller's disclosure again, and of course at the inspection report, but we're also taking pictures ourselves of the actual wire box. Because a lot of times what I've seen is that the entire wire box was based on had a faulty model. A lot of them 15 years to 10 years ago, there was a phase where a lot of the wire boxes have to be exchanged out because they cause undue fire risks. And so if you've got that firebox, right away walking in that you're going to have a problem there. You got to negotiate, or there's going to be some issues. So wiring, don't overlook that one. Let me show you something real quick that you're going to want to see before we get to the other two concerns, and that is webinar.themortgagepatriot.com. Webinar.themortgagepatriot.com. What is that? That's about once a month I do what I call the essential first-time home buyers roadmap, where we're taking you from doing a self-assessment on where you stand, getting ready to buy a home, to get a pre-approval stage, to engaging an agent, to writing your first offers and structuring it properly, to what to do once you're under contract, all the things that need to be done, and then finally what to do at closing. Take you through that whole roadmap. You're going to learn a lot. It's fun. It's about 50 to an hour long. There's questions and answers along the way, and it's been so educational. I get great feedback from it. It's complimentary. So hey, why not? Webinar.themortgagepatriot.com, and I'll see you there. The fifth big concern that you should be thinking about is check out the water heater. Find out where it is in the home. Sometimes it's on the outside, it's rare. But find out, open up that closet, look at that water heater, take a picture of the stamp that shows how old it is, but also just look at it. Is it corroded? Is there a pan there at the bottom? Is it raised off the floor a certain level? And does it look old? Useful life on a water heater, if it's a cheapy one, is probably 10 years. Quality one, maybe 15 on the outside. So if it's a 15-year-old home and it's got the original water heater, you're going to be looking at probably a $2,000 or more, $2,500 price tag to replace that along with labor. So definitely check out the water heater, because it's going to come back to bite you otherwise. Well, here's the last big concern, and it's number 6. It's the plumbing and the sewage system. A lot of people don't even think about this. I mean, yes, you get the inspection, and the inspector is going to tell you if the toilet is flowing properly and the sinks are flowing properly. But here we're really more talking about underneath the house and leading out to the main sewage pipe going to the street. Very few people check that. And especially on an old home, and especially if it's got, for example, cast iron pipes, you definitely want to spend the extra money, $250 to $350, maybe $400, to do a probe, get a camera, get a specialist out there that runs a little spy camera, if you will, into the pipe and lets you, and you can see all the way through if there's any fissures, if there's any cracks in the pipe, if there's any major obstructions, they're going to cause giant obstacles and conditions that are unfavorable in the future. So I helped save this one couple from buying a home. It was something we couldn't negotiate away because it was going to be about a $20,000 fix. And the seller said, we're not about to, continue and lower our price. And we said, well, sorry, we're going to have to walk away. So you want to spend that extra little bit of money and find out a potential major problem that you don't even know exists underneath your home, plumbing systems. So again, all these concerns are just that, concerns. There's ways to negotiate them away. There's a way to use them as an asset to get a better price, get better concessions. I kind of dovetail, piggyback off this video right here, biggest mistakes you can make. And I talk about the inspection report and how you can use all these concerns to your favor to get strike a better deal with the sellers. So I hope of all this was of interest to you. Comment below if you would. I'm Kevin Fagan, the Mortgage Patriot, on your side. Make it a great one.